Don't worry. We'll get going. But I want to start in an inversion. Um, Yesterday, I really worked on some modifications for shoulder stand. And shoulder stand, to me, shoulder stand and headstand are the two most potentially dangerous poses in yoga. And I don't like to use the word dangerous because people aren't really getting hurt that much. However, this is one of the most delicate parts of your body is your neck. And we're working on the neck a lot this month. Go ahead, lift your hips and place blocks any height you like. And you can always keep your feet down. So this is a mild inversion bridge pose, Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. This is a modified version of that pose, but it does get your hips above your heart. So it does give you the inversion aspect. And then, of course, you could just simply bend your knees if you feel a little tight in your hamstrings here, or you can take your legs to the sky. Now, to keep it not so active and more restorative, let your knees be a little bent. Ideally, you'd even have your legs up on the wall. That's the best way to do a restorative shoulder stand. You're getting a little pressure through your neck, but nothing dramatic that would cause issues in most cases. Um, and or you can make this a more active pose if you need to do that by spreading your toes, squeezing your inner thighs, and bringing some tone to your legs, which will lightly turn your abs on. So if you want it to be active right out of the gate, that's the way to go. And then you can close your eyes here. We can bring our middle finger into the palm of our hand and close the thumb over it. This is called Akash Mudra. This is inviting the element of space, which is related to your throat area, Vishuddha chakra, area of purification, communication, creativity, because really what you do in the world and how you communicate is a big part of your creative process. Well-timed communication. Now, the benefit of practicing a stronger shoulder stand is that you will strengthen your neck. You're strengthening your neck in the flexion position, and that's why it's somewhat controversial because the neck really is a slightly extended part of your spine, meaning it's got a subtle back bend to it, and that's in a healthy position. So here, in shoulder stand, it's hard to keep that subtlety without using a blanket or other props. But here you can by slightly lifting your chin away from your chest. And you can even subtly strengthen the back of your neck by pressing your head down as you move your chin away from your chest. Now, you don't want to be towards the top of your head like you would be in a fish position. That's too much extension. It's called hyperextension of the neck. So the neck doesn't want to be super flexed, nor does it want to be super extended. In general, it likes to be in this neutral position, which is a mild back bend. And then we can even dial it up a little further here by drawing the shoulder blades wide and back. So I'm pressing the back of my shoulder blades down into the floor directly. I can even take the lower portion of my shoulder blades in a little bit and up, like they're scooping up and lifting up in the same direction that your chin is lifting up. And you might feel some muscles turn on a little bit more now. And we'll be here for 6 more breaths in this modified shoulder stand position, working the back of your neck, subtly working the lower end of your trapezius, which is an area that tends to go dormant and weak, and creating an inversion with the legs being overhead. Slow your breath down. Keep your chin slightly lifted. Notice if you're holding tension in your lower back, let the blocks support you. And if it really feels tight in your lower back with this more active variation of legs reaching, then go ahead and soften your knees and just let your knees fall towards your chest. 3 more breaths. And then you'll simply lower your feet one at a time back down. Relax the hand gesture. You might even need to roll your wrists out a few times just to let go of that work. And take a deep breath in through your nose. Sigh it out of your mouth.